Well, what do you know, guys? My Direwolf20 still works. It's been a while since I've been in this world, and I'm not really sure where I was or what I need to do. I've got this cast for about another week or so, but I think I can do a couple of episodes here and there, so let's do something. I think first we'll do a quick recap. As you can see, there are flowers everywhere. I've had forest and meadows bees running constantly. I know a lot of people don't like bees, but it's something I like to do on my own, so I figured I'd make a bunch of drones. And unfortunately, all of the meadows ones are ignoble stock, and all of the forest ones are pristine, so my meadows bees, they keep dying off. But I think I've got enough drones. It's not an issue. I'll be able to change some rocky princesses into meadows princesses when the time comes. I turned off the tree farm a while ago because we don't really need it. I let the boiler shut down. I haven't been running quarries or anything like that. I guess this thing pulls mana even if there's nothing really around. I'm not even sure if this area is still chunk loaded. But I did turn this off. I ran out of fertilizer. I figured, you know, we've got the witch farm and stuff down here. And even while the things are running constantly, I had to put more drums here for the mob essence. So I figure that we can just add more dynamos. It won't be a huge issue. I'll just turn some upside down on top and run another line of fluid conduit right here. We'll take a look in the ME in a minute. This has been running constantly for who knows how long. I don't even know how long it's been. A few weeks at least. We've got plenty of octuple compressed cobblestone. When I say plenty, 7. Which is quite a bit when you're just using, you know, a Steve's Factory Manager. And I think I've got 2 or 3 transfer nodes down there. But let's just take a look at the redstone. 286,000 of that. Glowstone about 353,000. So the spawner definitely did its job. I don't know if I've been saving gunpowder. I guess I haven't. I think the last thing I did was I went ahead, I hooked up all the deep storage units with storage buses. I opted to do it like this because, let's see, this is half of the channels. So I can still put 2 more rows of 8. And I ran another dense cable over here. And what I want to do today, I need to know what I have at a glance. So I've been thinking about the base a lot, and I think what I'll do is when we get to auto crafting, I'll put all the auto crafting in this space right here, and I'll go to my original plan of using each of these rooms for something. So one of these will be industrial craft, which is what I want to get into next. One is obviously the smeltery, which I still think looks so awesome, even though I don't use it for much at the moment. Still, we've got 2 rooms left. I'm not sure about Thaumcraft, but I have all my Thaumcraft stuff here, including the goggles of revealing, and I should have a wand of equal trade somewhere that Monkey Puzzle hooked me up with. I scanned a bunch of things, but I haven't done any of my own research. So I don't know if someone is trolling me with my elevator colors, but if you recall, these colors closely, they were pretty close to whatever room was adjacent down the hallway. So this one should be yellow, that one should be a shade of green, that one red, and that one blue. So we did a server update. I'm not really sure if these things change colors on their own because of the new block ID system, or if someone came over here to punk me, regardless, they still work. They're all the same color. So if somebody did this to me, whatever. I'm just going to leave it. So back to this. I need to know what we have at a glance. So I made a bunch of storage monitors, and I figured I'd make a couple more drives, and I went ahead and filled up one with 64Ks. I'll make, 20 more to fill this drive and this drive. But this is 6 channels, I think, something like that. So I've got some room. It might be 7. It actually is 8. Never mind. So I've already got 8 channels right here due to the export bus and the interface right here. That is not a problem because it's not an ME component. So what I figured we do is we put all these monitors up here so that we can just see by looking at a wall what we have. So the one drawback to this, I started setting this up and then I realized this smart cable, dense cable, whatever, it all connects to the components. It doesn't matter if it's colored or what, it connects. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to use the cable anchors to separate them. So we just need to put a cable anchor on top of each of these 6 connections. Then we can take a color of smart cable. This is a regular dense fluix cable. So we can just run it like this sideways. And I think we can go one more. And then we'll have to use different colors for the other ones. I've got black and I've got orange. If we try to use, which we could use the regular glass fluix cable, but it connects because it's the default color, I guess you could call it. Really, lack of color. So we want to run the color cable, and then we want to do the black wherever I put it. So this is 3 rows of 8 smart cables, which we should be able to put a monitor on each with no problem. And then I'll probably take this same block right here and I'll just fill in the gaps. So when I was doing this, what I had to do, if you notice, this dense cable is blue. And then over here, I connected it to a regular dense cable because the colors won't connect to each other. They're meant to be separate. So what I had to do was use this regular dense fluix cable so that each of the colors would connect to it. Otherwise, I'd have to use all the same color and I'd have to use cable anchors in between each of them, and it just wouldn't work out right, I guess, is the point. So now we can put a monitor. Oops. Let's use the wrench. I actually didn't account for this. I didn't know they were going to be different colors. It didn't occur to me. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'll work with it for a while, see what I think, and then if I don't like it, I'll make the change. So we've got a bunch of those. I don't really like that they don't take up the whole block space anymore. It's kind of cool that they're multi-parts, but now I have to fill in either behind them or around them. I'm not sure how I feel about that. So let's take redstone. We'll take glowstone, for instance. I haven't really decided what we're going to need to monitor, but if we put them up here, guess what? It shows us what we got. And that's what I need to do. So processors are probably a good one. And I'm just right-clicking on the storage monitors. and it just tells me what is in the system currently. So now we have 81. There is a method by which you can right click these, I think, to get a stack of something. I think you take a conversion matrix or something like that. Maybe you do it with one of the either formation or annihilation cores. It used to be that conversion matrix. You'd right click it on there and then you could punch it to get a stack of it out. If I right click it now, it clears it. So I'm not really worried about that. I don't need to get these things from the monitors themselves. I just need to know what's in there. So the problem now is, how the hell do we fill in the space behind it? Very good question. So let's see if I have any covers in here. I don't. I should have a saw somewhere around here. Just so much junk all over the place. I have a saw in here. Let's do abyssal. How about that? I just want the regular abyssal. Let's start with 24 of them. We're going to cut them all the way down to covers. And then we're going to do this. We're going to see if this fits the bill. If not, I'll have to figure something out. I may or may not have to take the monitors off to do this. Well, I mean, okay. Not exactly what I wanted. And these things take a long time to break, apparently. Let's see if I can get it right there. Yeah, it won't let me put it on there. So if I put it right there, then the monitor doesn't connect. So I guess I'm going to have to make, I guess I'm going to have to make strips or something. Let's see. I don't have my saw anymore. I think there's a way you can turn these back into blocks or covers or whatever. Yeah, there we go. So let's get our saw again. I probably should have left them covers. That's going to take a little too long. And then can we chop them sideways? We might have to do it with strips. So if we do strips, put a strip there, a strip there, there and there. We're going to have to put one on each side of it. That is not what I wanted to do. So that's going to take a really long time. But that's what it ends up looking like. Let me get rid of my HUD. Man, I really don't know about that. I want to make it look nice and everything, but having to put these things on every side of it, it seems like it may be more trouble than it's worth. So I guess I'll figure out what block I want to use, and then I'll just do it so I only have to do it once, because I just don't love it. I'm going to be honest. So there is one of the drawbacks to these being multi-parts. I was hoping that if I already had these guys on there, let me try put one on from the back. We'll see if that works. I'll get a few more covers. It's a good thing we have so much abyssal, because otherwise these blocks are probably just going to go in the trash. So if it'll let me put this on from the back, it looks like it's going to go on that side of it. Yeah, it won't let me do that. The only thing I can really do is put them like that, which it actually might be easier than doing it with the strips. Then it'll kind of look like the things are, it'll look like the ME cable is like going through the wall. So I'll have to play with that. If this was just my playthrough, I wouldn't even bother. And I may end up just putting abyssal blocks behind all of this and just black it out so it's not visible. So I will figure that out. But the good part is we've got this thing so that we can see what we have. So I'll figure out what we need to monitor up here. Processors, definitely a good one. This I can see without a problem, so I'm not really worried about the printed silicon things. But things like, you know, diamonds, redstone and glowstone, we probably don't need to worry about, but that's just kind of bragging rights right there. Diamonds too, for that matter, since we've got, I can't tell exactly how many that is. I'm too far away from the monitor, but over 2,000 diamonds. As far as the ingots go, they're all in deep storage units. So, I mean, we've got 21,000 gold, 60,000 lead. I mean, no, that's 6,000, my bad. 39,000 iron. Resources are not an issue. So, it's kind of just like, hey, look at all this stuff I have. So I'll figure out what to put up there, and I think we'll get into industrial craft next, which is good because we're going to need the iron for that. And then I think we will progress after that. I'm not going to be able to do 3 episodes a week like I have been quite yet. I'll probably do another one this weekend and then a couple next week, and then we'll see how it goes because I'll be going back to work and stuff. So that'll do it for this episode, guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Also, if you know a better way to work this, I'll wait until the video goes online. Please leave it down below if there's a trick that I don't know about the multi-blocks with the little panel things so I can implement it. So that'll do it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.